Yeah, so she's in trouble. In fact, we are starting to see more and more federal cases or charges on Portland protesters who have allegedly assaulted federal agents or the building.
Yeah, come here.
Now, here's what's interesting. The clip you see right here is all the way back from June. In fact, you can see there's no plywood on the windows. But people from back in June, protesters, are still being charged and arrested today. And yes, we do have the arrest warrant.
They come inside?
Yeah, they went inside without a warrant.
Now, I don't think many people know this. A prominent protester in the area, his apartment has been raided before back in July, yet he's still around and still hanging out. We'll get to that later. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this video because the number one question I get asked is, do these protesters ever actually get in trouble? Yeah, they do. So before we start the video, make sure to please like the video. It's the number one way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well. And as you guys know, I'm only one person. The only reason why this story has been so successful is because of you guys. So make sure to get the video out. Make sure to please subscribe, leave your comments. Let's let people know what's happening in Portland.
How's that taste?
Yeah, come here.
Hey!
Okay, so let's start here and let me give you some context. So the video you see, this happened all the way back on June 14th. This was the first No Kings protest, and the entire ICE building had pretty much been destroyed, and this was the turning point for the ICE facility. This is when the whole facility got boarded up with plywood, and that cost about $200,000. Now remember, that happened all the way back in June, and the FBI Portland just announced they finally charged and arrested someone for damages on the building just 2 days before the No Kings protest, and that person decided to damage cameras around the building. Okay, so here's where things get interesting. So the person that the FBI arrested for damaging the cameras at the ICE building, it turns out back in January, he was arrested at another protest in Portland. And his jail time, his consequences, only 1 day. So he had 1 day of jail time back in January. It looks like he returned to the protesting and he damaged the cameras at the federal building, according to the Portland FBI. Now look, I'm just being honest, when it comes to 1 day of jail time, that will be a best case scenario for this person who has been arrested by the FBI. Okay, so ironically, this is the second No Kings protest, and we actually covered this live on my channel, so make sure to please subscribe to my channel so I can give you guys updates just like this. I love looking through all of the receipts we have because we've been covering this story for a very long time, and we are able to cross-reference everything. Now, this video was captured by Olia Scootercast, if you guys want to go give her a follow, and also she works with freedomnews.tv. They have a bunch of good footage and stuff just like this. Now, what we are seeing in the background is, of course, the person who made physical contact with the federal agents. And would you look at that? That protester has been charged with assaulting a federal officer. Now, one thing I find rather interesting, and I don't understand why people don't realize this, the entire facility is absolutely covered with cameras. They can see everything, to include body cameras as well. In fact, let's go back and watch the clip. You can quite literally see the body cameras, and even though her entire face is covered and she has the face mask, it doesn't make a difference. The federal agents can find out who you are, and they will find out who you are. You can see right here, in fact, the person she hit, I think she hit him right in the body camera. Let's back up, watch right here. This is a body camera, ready? Boom, right there, right next to the body camera, and of course you're going to get arrested. Now, I always have to remind people, you have to remember, the situation you see at this Portland Federal Building, this has been going on for a very long time. That's why I wanted to show you the case that happened back in June. Now, I'm going to show you something that happened back in July. A prominent protester who you see in the area, his name is Chandler, you may or may not have heard of him. Sometimes he's identified as like a leader, but he's definitely a prominent figure in the area. His actual house has been raided, yet he's still rolling around. So the clip you're about to watch is from back in July.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking feel proud or what? Hey, lame. Fucking lame ass.
Hey, did you get a video of them entering without a warrant?
It's okay. We'll fight in
Fucking
front.
lame.
I will go
Fucking
back.
disgrace. Fucking piece of shit. You just entered a fucking private property. All of you motherfuckers.
Did they come inside?
Yeah, they went inside without a warrant.
Now, ironically, the person who filmed that last clip was Katie Daviscourt. Remember, she's the one that got hit in the eye with the flag and then she ended up at the White House. She filmed that back in July. Now, this is her on that day where she got hit with the flag. That person runs into the same house which got raided back in July.
Going into the Antifa safe house. Yup.
In fact, you can even see Chandler in the background.
Why the fuck you stalking women? Fucking minors and shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are you stalking this person?
She assaulted me.
She assaulted you? Do you have proof of that?
Yeah, my black eye.
Your black guy? You didn't just
You don't have a black eye. I don't see
get
it.
hit by your boyfriend or something?
All right. The assault suspect is in the safe house.
Assault suspect? You stop now?
Now, what's interesting is this house never got raided again. The police officers who were in the area, they did not pursue the suspect. But I'm just trying to show you guys, sometimes there are inconsistencies when the federal government does something or doesn't do something. And I just found it a little ironic that Katie, just a few months later, she would end up in this situation. Again, make sure to go please follow Katie Daviscourt. We've been working on this story for a very long time, and she's been on the ground covering this since day one. Now, speaking of inconsistencies, here's a very recent video of Tommy Boy. I think you guys all know Tommy Boy by now. He is a streamer who's down there every single night. He has to stay 200 feet away due to a judicial order away from the ICE building. Here are the Portland police telling him he can't be loud after 10.
People's ears. I know.
Now, it's directional, right?
It's I pointed in the air, yeah.
Right here. But listen, it's yours.
Yeah.
Watch who else is grabbing it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because it's a decibel thing, right?
Yeah. They've already told me I can't use it after 10. You already know I don't. I don't use anything megaphone after 10. Why are you a traitor to this country?
So the inconsistency here, and we talked about this a couple of days ago, is that we've been covering this story for a long time. The decibel levels above 55, that's the minimum level for this area for the protesters after 10 o'clock. That has been broken time and time again. In fact, the city of Portland was sued because of this, and the police were told you don't have to respond to the 911 calls that have to do with loud noises involving protesters and the ICE building. So again, we see a lot of inconsistencies in the area as far as who's arrested, who's not arrested, what gets enforced, what doesn't get enforced. But again, I really try to say this a lot. There's so much going on here. This has been going on for the last 100 days plus. Now, get ready for this. So this video is from David Medina. Go give him a follow. Go subscribe to his YouTube. He has quite an interesting clip where he addresses a police officer and he talks about, like, why are you guys choosing to enforce some things and not enforce some other things? And David Medina, he asked a lot of good questions. And to me, you'll actually see the police officers like, look, it's not just me, it's the leadership, but, you know, just give us a chance. I will let the clip speak for itself, but I just want to give the proper credit to David Medina. Please go give him a follow and go tell him we say hi.
I respect your opinion. I guess my initial take was about us as like individual officers.
Well, people don't understand.
We've been kind of getting labeled with something that I know isn't factual and accurate.
But at some point,
At some point,
though, if you see evil going on for so long and you stay silent and complicit in it, and your city goes to shit.
I wouldn't say we stay silent.
So David Medina makes a very good point. I mean, it's like, if you see evil and you don't do anything, why would you just stand there? Now, the police officer is going to say, I don't see it that way, but I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to give really my unbiased opinion. As someone who's been covering this story for a while, there's a lot of inconsistencies on when the police decide to do something or not do something, and we've talked about it before on my channel. A lot of this has to do with the hierarchy of the police department, not so much on the individual level, but the fact that the police department is under sanctuary policies. They cannot work with ICE, and it can't even be perceived that they're working with ICE. They could get in trouble, the police department.
I know. I wouldn't say we stay silent.
Well, it hasn't changed though. You guys, people quitting is not silence. It's giving up.
That puts me in a political position. I need to do my job as a sworn law enforcement officer in Oregon and the city of Portland.
And you took an oath to protect the people of Portland, and your oath is being interfered by politics.
Yeah.
Well, then you help out, right?
That's what we're doing. We're trying to help out. I'm not even from Portland, but I feel so bad for the people who live in this area. And again, thank you guys so much for helping out as well. That's why we're trying to promote these journalists, get them followers so they can help out.
Or anybody can voice their opinion, but me, I have to be neutral.
Yeah.
I have to be.
I'm not saying you need to be political, but you need to speak up when your oath is being threatened. You swore an oath, and they're threatening that. You don't have to. That's not political. That's right and wrong.
Yeah. And I almost feel bad because you can see it in his face. I mean, objectively speaking, if you see a protester slam into a federal officer, is that wrong or right? If you see protesters absolutely collapsing on the federal building, creating a dangerous roadway, is that good or bad? Is that evil or not? The issue is with sanctuary cities, policies really try to focus on, freedom of speech and protesting, not so much on stopping crimes in this area. So you can go look into the policies yourself as far as the new PPI directive is what it's called. I did a video on that just 24 hours ago. That covers why these police officers can and can't do things, but overall speaking, it's because it looks like they're working with federal agents.
I just want to see the city better, that's all. I don't need you to be a Republican or anybody. I just need you to speak up. I need you guys to speak up when you guys see the evil political people that are literally like these guys' friends tying your guys' hands behind your back. And you know what's happening. One of you guys got to speak up, man. Yeah. I mean, how much further are we going to let this go? Seriously. I love this city, dude.
I think if you watch like all of Bob Day's press conferences and what he's done since he's taken the job, I mean, he's spoken up about a lot of things, and he's garnered a lot of support.
David's like, guys, come on. I understand the police officer can't say anything, but you can see it in David Medina's face and the police officer's face. Like, are we really going to pretend what's going on behind me is absolutely okay 100% of the time? Here's the thing. Right now, if you live in this building right here and you dial 911 and you say, hey, there's a fire outside or there's loud noises because of the protesters, they are not inclined to show up because it could be perceived that they're working with the ICE agents, which is why David Medina is not buying this story.
I don't doubt that Bob Day
was in 2020.
Yeah. I don't doubt that Bob Day is a great guy. He probably is a great guy outside of law enforcement. But the way I see him bow down to these people in the city council, that's not a leader. That's not a chief.
And we also have to remember, the Portland police officers, they are inherently in a political type police force. Even though that police officer says, I don't want to be political, that's great. I think it's awesome to have somebody who's neutral. If that's bad, that's bad. If that's good, that's good. But when it comes to the Portland police, the mayor has a lot more control than other police departments. The mayor of Portland actually has direct control, as in what policies are done and not done. So right now, the mayor has a choice. If he wants to right now, he can tell the Portland police, you are at the very least going to assist with either riot control or at the very least enforce the roadway. But that's not even happening. So that's why many people are questioning and even investigating the Portland police when it comes to the policies. Because if you have a mayor under a sanctuary status who's obviously a Democrat, that could create a bias. So why was Nick Sorter arrested? Why are conservatives being arrested? Is it because of this inherent bias coming from the top? I don't know. That's why we're here reporting this. But for real, please go follow David Medina. Go say hi to him. This is a great interview. Thank you for this content. Now, this happened less than 24 hours ago. So just to show you guys, even on a more calm night, because I live streamed last night, everything was looking calm. Like I always say, anything could happen.
This is our.
There's nobody here.
The biggest. How do I always miss it?
They went backdoor on Griffin, man. They went backdoor on Griffin.
Yep.
Straight up backdoor Griffin, man.
Oh no! Wait, hold on, save the beer. That one's unopened. That is an unopened beer. This is a valuable. Bro, it's like the fucking Because that was a pretty good fight, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was 24 hours ago. Again, there wasn't a lot going on. It was semi-peaceful, but still, these are federal agents enforcing policies or enforcing the roadway within a jurisdiction that should belong to the Portland police. I mean, this is pretty far from where the federal agents typically will operate. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, what I think is going to start happening is this backlog of evidence is gonna start catching up with the protesters who may have done something bad all the way back in June, July, and August, and here we are in October. Now, some people get immediately arrested, and others, they're just waiting around, it seems like. But that's pretty interesting, the FBI, they finally got a person who did something all the way back on June 12th. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, the intentions of my videos is to really try and help out the people of Portland, specifically in this area of Portland. And also, make sure to please go and follow the journalist I have shouted out. Please go help them out. And thank you guys so much. Again, please pray for peace. That's what we always advocate for on my channel. We need peace right now. God bless, and we'll see you all later.